For question 5, it says the following data items will be recorded each time a student successfully logs onto the school network. There's the student ID, the host ID, and the time and date. It says the student ID is 6 characters long and the other 2 items are of variable length. A single string will be formed when concatenating the 3 data items. A separated character will need to be inserted between items 2 and 3. So for example, we see here, the first 6 characters, the first 6, that'll be the student ID. The host will be variable length. Okay, then we need some separator. Then we just have the time and date. It says each string represents 1 log entry, and a programmer decides to store the concatenated strings in the 1D array log array that contains 2000 elements. Unused array elements will contain an empty string. Now, I mean, if we just go down here, to the pseudocode question, it says a function LogEvents will take a student ID as a parameter. For each element in the array that matches the student ID parameter, it will add the value of the array element to the existing text file log file. Then it will assign an empty string to the array element, and it will count the number of lines added to the file and then return this count. Okay, so yeah, we can just do this here. And again, if you want this starter code, just go to the exam questions here, okay, and you see this should have 2000 log entries. So if we just go here then and try and write this, what we want, this will be, function, is then going to be LogEvents, and okay, this takes a student ID, so let's just call it student ID, that's going to be of type string, and here let's just go returns integer, okay, because we need to return the count. So what we want to do, we just want to loop through each item in the array, and if you remember, the student ID were the first 6, kind of characters, of the array. Let's think about what we need to declare. We also need to declare a count, okay, just counting how many lines are added to the file. I think, let's just call that count, that should be okay. Okay, and if we want, we can also have a constant or a variable just representing the file name. So let's go file name, or I guess since it's a constant, sometimes they do like us to use kind of uppercase letters like this. And then this file name, this will just be log file. So I think probably that's everything. So let's just go here. We want to open file, and I guess we can also just assign count to 0. So let's go open file. This will then be the file name, and in this case it says the file already exists. So I think here that means they want us to append the data. Okay, rather than writing it, we're just going to append. If you don't know, append just means we'll add it to the end of an existing file. So if an existing file already has 5 lines and we append 1 more, this means this new line will just go on line 6. The first 5 lines won't be deleted. Whereas if we're writing, it will just overwrite the file, create a new file, and the original contents would would be deleted. Okay, so let's just say for append. Then we just want to loop. So let's loop. We can start at 1, then we'll just go to 2000. And here we can just have an if statement. So we could use left, we could use mid. I think in this case left will be easier. So this will take, the log array, and then it will be the index. And what we want is we just want the first, the first 6 characters, or the 6 leftmost characters, and we check that that's equal to the student ID that we're searching. If it is, first we just want to increment the count. Then what do we want to do? We want to, we then want to write this. So add the value of the array element to the existing log file. So we just want to write the whole line. Here then we just go write file, then we're going to write this to, this file. And then the line is just going to be, the line is just going to be this log array and then index n. And then we also want to assign an empty string to the array element. So if we just go log array index n, and just assign this an empty string. And the reason for doing this is, I mean, here we only have 2,000 elements in the log array. So it's kind of like saying, well, when we've processed the data for this particular student, then we just set it to empty, so that this space can then be used for like another student, or another login attempt. Okay, and then what if we then just go end if? Let's just indent that correctly. I think that's fine. And then, well, let's just go, close file. First let's go next then, right then let's go close file, file name, and then I think we can just return the count. Alright, so let's see if this works. So let's go output, we'll go log events, and here I'm going to need to find a specific ID. Right, so let's try this one. And I mean, I guess if we search this, well, we can see there should be 10 matches. Alright, so hopefully our file should return 10. Right, okay, so let's try and run this. Right, okay, log file doesn't exist. So I guess for this append, I mean, we do need to create the file first. So let's just go and do this. Right, let's go log file, and it can just be empty, that's fine. Right, and let's just run this. Okay, so we see this seems to work. Although right here it does say 6 is an invalid index for a length of string 0. So I guess, I mean, like here, right, we have it where it's just an empty string. And I guess the way we can stop this, or the way we can prevent this error is, well, if we just go log array, this will then be index n. Right, let's check this is not an empty string. And then we can do this. Right, then it should work. Now, I'm actually just going to remove everything here because otherwise we'll get kind of like a double copy. Okay, so we see this works, and then if we just go ahead and choose another student ID, for example this, and okay, so here there should be 5 of them. Right, and then if I just go down and let's change this, and let's run it again. And okay, now you see the log file. Well, we've got the original student ID, this UBJ, right? Then we've also got this EFQ, okay, so the new ones. Right, guys, so again, I mean, hopefully this makes sense, and we'll see you in the next video.